Sometimes when I see some really black clouds heading this way, it makes me nervous.
Over the years, Rick Epstein has weathered plenty of storms.
Hurricanes, been through a few of those, but a tornado's a different animal. You can't prepare.
Last August, that storm hit fast.
When it got really dark, everything started swirling around.
Epstein was working when the summer storm rolled in.
Tornado warning in your area 20 seconds later.
It hit.
It was on us. My wife ran in the bathroom with our cat and he was shaking like a leaf. Or maybe it was her that was shaking. Maybe they were both shaking. I was holding the side door and the door was shaking and I watched the carport go over the building.
The tornado left a path of destruction through their neighborhood in DeLand. It destroyed 2 of their carports, damaged 16 cars. Their fence and sign gone. But still,
We got lucky.
they feel fortunate.
Another minute in that storm, we would have lost our roof. It moved up about 8 inches.
It's bad.
These videos were taken by Chris Graham with the city of DeLand just minutes after that storm hit. Taking shelter in a different part of town, Graham watched the downtown area flood in just a matter of minutes, watching cars get stuck in the high water.
It was incredible to see how much water had fallen. And again, I thought that was the extent of it. But then we found out that we had a tornado that caused quite a bit of damage.
Throughout the city, the tornado downed power lines, destroyed homes and businesses, and stripped trees bare. In all, the Volusia County Property Appraiser's Office says it did more than $8 million in damage and impacted more than 60 homes and businesses.
As far as the damage, I would say that was more extensive with the tornado than any of the hurricanes that had gone through, and that includes Matthew, Irma.
Nearly 9 months later, the damage from the storm still lingers.
See that tree right there? There's a piece of metal in it. That's from our carport. It's still up there.
Some say they spent months trying to get insurance to pay up just so they could get to work.
I mean, I'm amazed at some of these businesses that still don't have signs or roofs on their buildings 9 months later. I don't know how insurance company can justify that, but.
The August tornado that hit DeLand in EF2 was sparked by a sea breeze collision. But Spectrum News 13 certified meteorologist Mallory Nichols says hurricanes also spur tornadoes.
Usually we'll have EF0s and EF1s here in Central Florida caused by a front coming through in the wintertime or in the spring, sea breeze, collision activity in the summertime, and then a lot of our tornadoes actually come from hurricanes.
Nichols says tornado touchdowns are more common in Florida than you'd think.
In Florida, we actually have a higher frequency of tornadoes per 10,000 square feet. We're ranked the highest for that.
When Irma came through Florida, Nichols says the storm brought more than 50 tornado warnings and more than 20 touchdowns.
As a hurricane is making landfall, the friction with the wind from the hurricane hitting land can spin up that tornado. And almost every hurricane that makes landfall will spawn a tornado.
Tornadoes can spin up quickly, and tracking them is extremely tricky. One way the city of DeLand helps to prepare is through an emergency messaging system called Alert DeLand.
This is an important message from the city of DeLand.
The city got it for hurricane prep last year, but it can warn residents the moment severe weather hits.
One thing that we have that automatically goes out to anyone is a tornado warning. And it went out to about 12,000 residents that day.
Graham says they're hopeful these alerts give people the extra time they need to seek shelter.
We just want to make sure everyone's safe.
That's something Epstein can embrace. They can rebuild from the devastation. Still just grateful this wasn't worse.
Well, we survived. We lived through it. So that's the main thing. Nobody got hurt.
In DeLand, Rachel Krause, Spectrum News 13.